Hello everyone, welcome to WB Institution, the online education app. In the previous classes we have discussed about, now let us solve problems on single plate friction clutches and multi-plate friction clutches. Now this question which we are seeing, this question has been asked in GATE 2006 for 2 marks question. Now a disc clutch is required to transmit 5 kilowatts at 2000 rpm. The disc has a friction lining with coefficient of friction mu equal to 0.25. Bore radius of friction lining is equal to 25 mm, that is a smaller radius. Assume constant pressure of 1 megapascal. The value of outside radius of friction lining is dash. So they have asked us to find out the value of the outer radius of the friction liner. Now in this question we know the bore radius, that is nothing but the inner radius. So whether we have to consider constant pressure or constant wear, they have mentioned in the question itself. They will give any condition, in any question they will give us the condition, that is to take as constant pressure or constant wear. Now what are the given inputs? Let us make a note, that is power P equal to 5 kilowatts. If we convert it into watts, then we get 5 into 10 cube watts, and the speed of the clutch is 2000 rpm. Now according to uniform pressure theory, we know the amount of torque transmitted in single plate clutches, that is T equal to mu P into 2 by 3 R2 cube minus R1 cube. So this is the equation which we have derived in the previous video, and here we know we have to calculate the value of torque, and we have the values of power and the speed. So if we find the calculate the value of torque and substitute this in the equation, then we get the value of outer radius. Now let us see what is the torque. P equal to we know the power P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So here power is 5 into 10 cube, that equal to 2 pi into 2000 into T divided by 60. So if we solve this equation, then we get the amount of torque, that is in the values of Newton meter, 23.87 Newton meter. So we want to convert it into mm. So we want to multiply it by 10 cube. Then we get the value of the torque T equal to 23.87 into 10 cube Newton mm. Now we got the value of torque. If we substitute this in this equation, then we get the outer radius. So here 23.87 into 10 cube equal to, the coefficient of friction is 0.25 and the pressure, constant pressure 1 megapascal into 2 by 3 R2 cube minus 25 cube. Here all units are in mm and it is in the Newton only. So we are not considering kilo or mega. Now if we solve this equation, the only unknown value will be R2. So then we get the value of R2, that is 39.41 mm. So in this option A is the correct answer. So like this, in this similar way, different types of problems will be asked in the examination. So let us see an example based on the multi-plate clutches. So a multi-plate clutch has 5 plates having 4 pairs of active friction surfaces. If intensity pressure is not to exceed 0.127 megapascal, find power transmitted at 500 rpm. Outer and inner radii of friction surfaces are 125 and 75 mm respectively. Assume uniform wear theory and mu equal to 0.3. So they have given all the values and they have given the condition to take uniform wear theory. So where the pressure will be varying. Now based on this we have to calculate the power transmitted. So we know the equation for power transmitted, that is P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. N is given in the question. T we have to calculate, that is the torque based on the condition uniform wear theory. Now C we have to calculate for the uniform wear theory. We have seen the equation previously, that is torque T equal to C mu pi into R2 square minus R1 square into N. Here N is the number of active friction surfaces which is available in the given question. So if there are 5 number of plates, there will be 4 active surfaces. So if there are 10 number of plates, there will be 9 pairs of active surfaces. So we have to take the value of total number of active surfaces. So we shouldn't take the number of plates. That is very important in these types of problems. So here n will be equal to 4. So we know the values, other values mu, R2 and R1. We have to calculate the C. So for condition C, they have given the maximum pressure. So we have seen before, at inner radius we will see the maximum pressure. So P max. So this is the inner radius R1. So in this condition, P max is given as 0.127 megapascal. If we substitute the value C equal to P max into R1, so we have seen discussed earlier about this concept, C equal to P max into R1. So P max is 0.127 and R1 is 0.75. So we get the value of constant. Now if we substitute these values in the torque equation, then we get the value 9.525 into 0.3 into pi into 125 square minus 75 square into 4. So the value results as 359084 Newton mm. So we have converted all the units in terms of mm. For applying this torque equation in power transmitted, we have to convert it into Newton mm. So we have to divide it by 1000. So we get 359.08 Newton meter. So the amount of power transmitted P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. 2 pi n is given as 500 and torque is 359.08 divided by 60. Then we get 18,801 watts. So if we convert it into kilowatts, then we get 18.801 kilowatts. So these types of problems we can see on single plate and multi-plate clutches. Now let us discuss about cone clutches. So cone clutches is almost similar to plate clutches, but here the form of clutch plate will be in a conical shape as shown here. So this is the driver pulley, driver shaft, and this is the driven shaft. So these are connected to two plates. One is flywheel and other one is pressure plate. So here it is pressure plate. So this area where it is shown here, this is known as clutch engaging plate for driver and driven shaft. So this is used to transfer more power than the single plate clutches. Why we can say, why we have to go from plate clutches to cone clutches? So why? Because in plate clutches we have seen this type of structure, and this is the area where the maximum amount of contact will be only this area. And now in these conical clutches we can see there is more contact area than in the single plate clutches. Now let us say this conical shape, and let us solve this equation. Here this is the amount of pressure which is applied due to the pressure plates, and let us take a small element, so which we found earlier in the single plate clutches. In the similar way we will take a small element and solve the equations for W and T. Now this angle, so this angle is known as cone angle, which is 2 alpha. So in each side there is alpha divided separately, that is alpha is given as semi-cone angle. So alpha is called as semi-cone angle and 2 alpha is known as cone angle. Now here let us take this as B, the overall length of the conical shape. Let us take it as B, and R1 and R2, these are the inner radius and the outer radius of the cone. Then the value of B is given by R2 minus R1 divided by sin alpha. So this is the alpha which is also formed here. So this value will be R2 minus R1. So we need B. So if we want to calculate the value of B, then we can take sin alpha equal to R2 minus R1 divided by B. So from this we can say B equal to R2 minus R1 divided by sin alpha. So let us take this element in this element, this here a small triangle is formed in this element. So let us take this triangle and enlarge this. Let us derive from this equation. So this is the height of the cone element, that is dr, and this is the overall width of the cone, that is db, and the angle is known as semi-cone angle. Now a normal force is acting on the element. So what we need actually is the axial load. So we have normal load and we have to resolve the forces. That's the from where we get the axial load. So dw sine alpha, this is sine alpha. Now what is the value of db here? So db is given by dr divided by sine alpha. So we will calculate the area of the element. So dA equal to, area is given by 2 pi r into dr divided by sine alpha. Normal force on the element, that is the dn, which is given by P into dA. So dA we have calculated here, and if we substitute this, we get the equation dn equal to P into 2 pi r into dr divided by sine alpha. Now axial force on the element, we have calculated the normal force, but we need the axial force. So the axial force is given by dw equal to dn sine alpha. So dw equal to dn sine alpha. So dn is given by p into 2 pi r into dr by sine alpha. So sine alpha gets cancelled, and the equation for axial load for the element is given by p into 2 pi r into dr. So for the whole component we need, for the whole mission element we need, then we have to differentiate with, integrate it with r1 and r2 with the limits. So there we get the overall axial load for the element, that is w equal to integral r1 to r2 2 pi r into dr. So this equation is almost same with the single plate clutches. That's why we can say the amount of axial force required for applying on the clutch plate, conical clutch plate, will be equal to the amount of axial force acting on the single plate clutches. So let us find out the frictional force what is acting on the element. That is given by dF equal to mu into dn. Mu here is nothing but coefficient of friction. So dF equal to mu into dn we have calculated here. So we have to substitute this value, that is mu into 2 p into pi r divided into dr divided by sine alpha. For torque transferred in this, for this element, small element, is given by dt equal to df into r. So here df we have calculated, dt equal to mu into p into 2 pi r square into dr divided by sine alpha. So this is for the element. For the whole we want to integrate it limits r1 and r2, that is t equal to r1 r2 mu into 2 pi p into r square dr by sine alpha. So this equation also we can see in single plate clutches, except the sine alpha which is dividing here for the conical clutches. Now here we can say T cone equal to T single divided by sine alpha. Sine alpha is the semi-cone angle. We shouldn't take 2 alpha. In exam point of view, the question will be mentioned as the cone angle is 25 degrees. For example, we have to take alpha as 25 divided by 2, that is 12.5 degrees, and we have to solve the problem. So here if we take, maximum amount of torque will be transferred either in conical tape of torque of the clutch or the single plate clutches. We can say directly, that is from the equation only we can say, from the diagram, conical shape of the clutches has the maximum torque than the conical single plate clutches which has the minimum amount of torque. So this is entirely about the topic of design of clutches. So thank you for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe to WB Institution channel.